Well, I'm going to try and be a little bit tidier. I've got a lot of my craft stuff on my settee. My husband's got his settee over in the bay window, and he's got a little table that he can put his laptop on or whatever he wants to be doing, or sometimes we'll have our meal in here, and well, most of the time we do. So we've both got little tables. But my side of the room is looking very untidy, or it was. I've sorted all my knitting needles out this morning, and I've put them in the rolls that you can get, and the ones that I've got more of, I've put in a dressing table drawer. Now the dressing table was no good, it was all broken, but I managed to retrieve a drawer, and it's got an Art Deco knob on the end of it. So I've kept that, and that's where I put my knitting needles. So they're all in the drawer, and some of them are in rolls. So I'm happy that I've done that. I'm not a tidy person. I would class myself as a clean person, but not particularly tidy. But when I do tidy things up, I have to feel in the mood for it. And when I've done it, I'm so pleased with myself. So you remember I got these laptop bags, and I said to you that I'm going to put crafts in them. Well, that's what I've done. I've put on this one, Knit Joseph, and that to me is my multicoloured jumper. I know it's knitting, and it's like Joseph's Technicolor Dream Coat, because it's all different colours. So that means something to me. In here I'm going to put quilt, teddy bears picnic. So that's teddy bear's picnic, and all that quilt has gone into there. It's amazing, isn't it? Now the cream jumper that I'm making, I've left that in there. I know what that is. See how many projects I've got. In here I've got the cream jumper. See, that's where I need a label. And in here I think I've got wool, if I remember right. No, that's the crocheted jacket that I'm making. So I need labels on those two, and I will do it. And I've got 3 more of these bags that I'm going to use. So it's actually working. I'm actually making it a lot tidier. Some of the things have gone up. I've got an aversion to cardboard boxes. I don't mind pretty boxes or shoe boxes, I don't mind, but big cardboard boxes, no, I'd rather get rid of those. I detest them. The reason I detest them is my husband put a lot of cardboard boxes in the attic with stuff in, and it used to drive me mad, seeing all these cardboard boxes. And now he's got rid of a lot of them, and used different ways of keeping things together, and it seems to be working. So we're all different, aren't we? You've all got things that you don't like, and that's one of mine. It's an odd one, but it's just how it is. This is something that I picked up the other day, and I forgot to tell you. It's the Narnia DVD, and it's The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, and it's quite a good one because it's got the bloopers in, Discover Narnia Fun Facts, director and kids commentary, filmmakers commentary, so it looks quite a good one. So I'm going to keep that because that is one of my favourites. Once again, going through the wardrobe, I love it. So that's that. Now, if you just talk amongst yourselves, I'll go and fetch something. Back in the room. Nobody knows anything about it, do they? Piff, paff, puff. Here I come. So, what did I get the other day? I'm always on the lookout for material, but I don't go to fabric shops unless I'm forced to, because I find it a little bit too expensive. But I do love them. If I won a lot of money on the lottery, I might do, but I don't think I would, because I enjoy second-hand stuff. Anyway, what did I get? This is what I wanted to show you. I got a pair of curtains, and they're this lovely green colour. That's the bedding that you could get to match. Now this is quite funny. One pair of curtains, including tie backs, polyester cotton, so that means they'll wash well and wear well. And they've been price marked from B&M, which is a bargain shop in this country, for $2.99. I don't know when these were put out, but $2.99 for some curtains, and they're quite a decent size. 168 centimetres by 183 centimetres, which is nothing to me, but 66 by 72 inches. Yeah, they're a decent size. So they were up in the charity shop. They've been price marked from B&M for $2.99, up in the charity shop for £4, which isn't bad for a pair of curtains, but it just made me laugh. You've got to take into account that these were price marked years ago, so that's what you've got to understand. So this is inflation for you in a way. So did I pay £4 for them? No, I didn't. Do you think I fell off the tree today? No, I paid 50p. There was a load of things going for 50p, and this was one of them. Now this is a funny thing really with them. I'm telling you all these things and I think to myself, you might be bored out your tree, because all these fun facts and whatever. I was talking to my friend on the phone yesterday, and I started to tell her about Bagpuss. She knows I love Bagpuss. It's a children's programme that was in this country a few years ago, and the same man did the Clangers and Ivor the Engine. Well, I've always loved Bagpuss, and I managed to get a DVD the other day that had got Bagpuss on. So I told my friend, and I started to tell her about why Bagpuss was pink, and the reason being he was pink because they sent off for the material to make the character in Bagpuss, which is a great big fairy cat puss, a cat, and the material that should have come back should have been ginger and ginger striped, but it came back pink, so they went with it, and that's why Bagpuss is pink. When I told my friend that story, I said to her, "You loved that fascinating fact, didn't you?" I said, that's a few minutes of your life you won't get back. So we did laugh about it, because different people's passions are, you know, we're all different, aren't we? I don't know where I'm going with this, but anyway, the curtains, 50p. I thought that was great. So, yes, because I was telling you about DVDs, wasn't I? And I've got a Bagpuss one the other day. Also, the other day, this was quite funny to me. I got free, this was in the box, everything free. I got this kneeling pad. Well, they're actually cushions for seats. You can put them on chairs or stools. But I always pick these up because they're fantastic on dry days when you're kneeling in the garden doing a bit of weeding. Perfect. And if it's a bit of a damp day, what I do is put one of these in a carrier bag and just kneel on it. I've got a proper kneeling cushion, but that I do tend to use these. And of course they're free. Well, I picked it up the other day and it was just one. But when I always wash everything, so when I took it off of the seat pad, inside there was another one, so they'd put two together. But I loved this material. My friend used to have an apron that had got comfrey all over it. Now, comfrey is a plant, and they used to call it knit bone, because years ago, if you'd got problems with your joints or anything, they'd put comfrey leaves round where it was hurting, and it's got some kind of enzyme in it that can make it feel better. And also you can make comfrey tea with it. So if you don't like buying chemicals to put on your plants to make them grow, you can cut some of the comfrey leaves off, put them in a bucket or whatever, and put water on them, leave them for about 6 weeks, and then you can dilute them sort of 1 to 20 or something like that. It absolutely stinks. Whatever's good for soil usually absolutely stinks, and this does. Never get it on your clothes or your hands because you can't get rid of the smell, and it's pungent. But the bees love the flowers. You've got little purple flowers, and it's a native, I think, of this country, because you often see it in the wild. Now, I've got some with purple flowers on, and I've got some with white flowers on. So there you are. You see, that's a little bit more of your time that you won't get back. Anyway, I just love the material because it's French marigolds, rosemary, lavender, sage, comfrey, and like I said, it reminded me of my friend's apron that she had that had got comfrey on. But I thought that was amazing that there was two of these pads. They do want ironing really, because sometimes what I do, they don't end up going out as seat pads. I end up using them around the home. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you. But I forgot the other day to tell you about my 50p curtains. When I worked in one of the charity shops, I'm going on to talk to you about things that are packaged. Things very often, if they were in packages like this, would not sell. I don't know what it is about it, but they wouldn't. Most people wouldn't open the packets, you know, because you're always told don't open the packets. So shirts, men's shirts, they could come into the charity shop in the packet, and it would have the size on and everything they wanted to know, but they're very rarely sold. I think it's because I was talking to somebody about it the other day. I think we like to feel things, don't we, and have a good look at something before we buy it. I forget what the saying is now. I've bought a pig in a poke. It's when you've not examined something properly. It's one of those sayings again, you see. So I think this is why these curtains did not sell. I absolutely love the colour, and I have got these to use as material, but you can guess, if I take them out and I like them, I'll be using them. Anyway, enough of my waffle. Hope you're all okay, and thanks for joining me again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because, well, I feel as though I'm going to conquer the world. Right, anyway, I better go. And look, I've left my hair, it's still grey. Bye.